Right, you're in there. Hey, what's up? It's the 845 Sports Nation podcast, and we have our Game of the Week podcast here. This is our third game of the week, and we have Newburgh at Cornwall on Friday night. Going to be a matchup of undefeated teams, and today we have Cornwall's Derek Marrero. He's a wide receiver and corner for the Dragons. He's a senior, and we have Newburgh quarterback Dylan Iorlano, who is from the Goldbacks. And guys, thanks a lot for joining us on a Wednesday night.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, this to me, this is a pretty anticipated matchup. You have the best team in Class A against the best team in Class AA right now. And I just wondering what you guys think. I know it's a non-league game, but I'm sure there's to maybe you guys there's a lot at stake in this game. First, maybe we'll start with Derek.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Newburgh's a team we're familiar with. We went to camp with them, and we've scrimmaged them and played against them. And we're competitive in camp, so we're looking forward to a competitive game, a close game. Should be fun Friday night.
What do you think of the matchup, Dylan? I guess you guys did see each other not too long ago in camp, right? So does that give you guys a good feeling about what Cornwall might do against your offense on Friday night?
Well, you never know. With a program like Cornwall, they could always come out with something new. They're a good coaching staff, and they have a bunch of good athletes. So we got to be prepared for anything on Friday.
Gotcha. Derek, you got a first game of the season. You had Port Jervis at Port Jervis, and you guys had a big win. You really closed that game strong. And last week you played Monroe Woodbury, a AA team, a pretty solid AA team, 14-7 win. Just walk us through those two games and where you thought you guys really had the advantage there and were able to pull them out.
Well, our defense has been our strong suit so far throughout the first couple games, allowing no points first game, 7 points the second game. Our offense, right now, we're just struggling to finish drives a little bit. We're getting the ball down the field, just hurting ourselves. Looking to clean that up this week. But, yeah, so far I'd say the defense is definitely what's been helping us get to those victories.
Gotcha. And Dylan, you guys had the season opener last week against Minnesink. It was our game of the week. At Minnesink, pretty solid Minnesink team that has some pretty good offensive weapons. Yes, sure. Your defense stepped up too, held them to 7. Your offense really seemed to pile up some yardage in that game too.
Yeah, first it started off a little bit slow, but then we couldn't give up. We just got to keep going and get yardage.
Talk to us a little bit about your running back there, Eric, and what he brings to the table.
He runs hard and he never gives up. He's a tough kid, always looking for extra yards. He's a good running back. Yeah, and I wish if I was ever gonna be a quarterback in high school, right, Dylan, and I had DeAndre Johnson on my team, I think I'd be in pretty good shape, right? Talk to us a little bit about what he brings, 6'7", right, and what he brings to the table for your offense. It's comfortable knowing I have a guy like that, but although he's big like that, you can't depend on him to win games. You gotta use your other guys as well.
Do you think your offense is balanced this year? Would you say there's a lot of balance in your offense this year? That's one game in, but
balanced. We have some guys that have their own specific strengths, and they use it to their best.
Gotcha. Derek, you talked about your defense. I know covering the team. This is your third year as a starter, I believe.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and I remember your sophomore year is the 2019 season where you guys won it all. You won the state championship, and I know that the defense there was kind of a pretty strong too. Talk to us a little bit about the guys that you have. I remember talking to Jaden Long about Orlando Carthens being in the middle there. He was on that team too. He played a lot in 2019. You're a 3-year starter, so you have a lot of guys that have been through some pretty big games on that defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Orlando were both starters on that defense. We have other kids on offense who started on that team. We have kids who were on the team, necessarily didn't start, but they were still on the team. We have a lot of seniors in general. We have a lot of experience on defense. We got a lot of athletes. Our defense is definitely our strong suit up until this point. Cyrus Sharp-Zeshkon, number 17, great safety. Patrick Murphy, who was on our state championship team, didn't play. He's a great safety. Orlando's a great D lineman. We have speed on the edge. We have great linebackers, so it should be fun.
How much I don't know. I guess Port and Monroe, I mean, they'll spread it out a little bit. How much is a pass rush, you think, important to you guys? I mean, for your defense and your success, is that important to you guys, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach Ward's philosophy has always been go hard and go fast. So he's always a fan of sending pressure, and we certainly have a good D-line. We have the ability to do that, and Newburgh has playmakers like DeAndre Johnson. He's a great receiver. Dylan's a good quarterback. So getting to the quarterback and putting a little pressure on him is definitely going to help us out and play a big part in the game.
Dylan, I know you got to play a couple games in the spring season. That was the 2020/2021 season in the spring. How much did that kind of get you comfortable playing the quarterback position and maybe helped you out in that opener against Minnesink?
Mostly, I think like learning the playbook helped me the most. Like, although I wasn't like playing every game like at quarterback, I was still like getting reps in practice every day and just like getting better, getting all the reads down, just becoming a better player.
Gotcha. Derek, I guess you also have on your defense Jake Ward, a transfer from Marrero, right? He's playing linebacker for you guys. Talk about his addition to your defense.
Jake's been a great addition coming over from Marrero. Obviously, being Coach Ward's son, we knew he was going to be a good player. He's a smart player. He's an aggressive player. He's a fast player. And, he was a great addition to our defense, and he certainly helps us out a lot. Yeah,
I know. For you, Derek, I know there's expectation, and even – Dylan too at Newburgh. There's high expectations for these teams, and how do you like? Sometimes the one game 1 week at a time cliche might get old, but how do you guys take like each week as it happens and just try to stay in the moment? Because Derek, you played. This would be a pretty third competitive, really good opponent coming up, and Dylan, would be your second straight really tough game.
Well, in Newburgh, we like to just look first the week we're playing, just win that game. Focus on the game we're playing, and we'll win the next one.
Derek, I was going to say more or less. Staying where your feet are and staying grounded and not looking too far ahead and just focus on the task at hand.
Does this team, Derek, for you, have a little bit of a feel early of that 2019 team, or can you get a feeling that there's something special that's starting for the Dragons in the first two games?
We're certainly a talented team, but at this point, I think we're just focused on Newburgh winning this game, and then, obviously as the season progresses, just focusing on the upcoming opponent. We're not looking ahead too much, just focusing on the game at hand and doing our part there first.
Gotcha. I asked all the guests that have been on here the first couple of weeks what it's like playing for your team, what it's like playing for the community that you guys represent, and maybe Dylan, you can start. What does Newburgh football mean to you, and what is it like playing? Wearing a Go Backs jersey and playing for the school.
Well, it's a big label. No, like you going to school, like teachers know you play Newburgh football, like. And I mean, there's a lot of expectations coming from the coaches as well. Like we haven't, obviously, people know we haven't gotten the trophy in 2 years, and we're trying to get it back.
What's it mean, Derek? What's it mean to play Cornwall football? I know this is your senior year, so I know you're probably enjoying every snap, relishing every snap that you can. What's it mean to be a Cornwall Dragon?
Well, similarly to Newburgh, we have a great tradition here at Cornwall with all the section championships and obviously the 2 back-to-back state championships. And there's certainly a lot of pressure on the football teams to succeed, and there's certainly a lot of pressure on the coaches and the players and everyone. But I think it's just important to take it all in and have fun and just be where your feet are and just focus on the game ahead and not worry too much about the pressure and the outside and kind of stay within your brotherhood and just focus on the team rather than outside noise.
Gotcha. And for you, Derek, Friday night game at home with the fans there. I know that the Cornwall fans are, get out there and cheer on their team, no doubt. I know it's a pretty good home field advantage for you guys. I mean, how do you think that might help you guys out Friday night?
Well, Newburgh's home Friday night.
Of course I messed that one up. Dylan, talk to us a little bit about how the home field advantage might work for you guys.
Well, honestly, it's going to be packed both ways. My dad's a soccer coach, and there was about 200 Cornwall fans at the game at NFA. So I'm expecting a lot more for the football game.
So Derek, your fans will travel on the road, right? It's a pretty close game. I mean, maybe 15 minutes between schools, so to speak, 15, 20 minutes between schools. How much support do you expect from your fans on Friday night?
A lot. I mean, they traveled out to Port pretty well, and Port's pretty far, so I'm expecting just as many, if not more, people there at the Newburgh game, being that it's closer.
What was that game atmosphere like at Port, Derek? I mean, that seemed like that's a pretty big regular season crowd for a Section 9 game, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think a lot of the kids, like I said, we have a lot of experience. We've played in front of big crowds before, so you just you don't really think about it too much when you're playing. You just think about the game and you think about your job and you just do your job. It's certainly fun being in that kind of atmosphere and playing in a game like that. But yeah, you just can't really let it go to your head too much. You just kind of got to focus.
Maybe I get a sense with fans now being allowed at games that maybe a few more are going out and watching sports and cheering on the teams. I think that's what we're seeing a little bit more, especially in football. And Dylan, talk to me a little bit about what it's like playing for Coach Bianco and what you've learned from him. And of course, being the quarterback of the team, you're one of the offensive leaders on the team. Talk to us what it's like playing for Coach Bianco.
Well, there's a lot of expectations from him. He likes to be perfect, and we like to be perfect as well. So we try and work as hard as we can to satisfy him.
Gotcha. And Derek, Coach Baldock is, I mean, he expects a lot of you guys too, right? Talk to us a little bit about what it's like playing for him, and maybe what's best about playing for him.
Yeah, Coach Baldock has always demanded a lot of his players. This is my third year playing for him, third year as a starter, and he's a great coach. He knows how to push his players. He knows how to get the best out of them, and I really enjoy playing for him. He's a great coach. He's a great leader. He's a great guy, and yeah, I just really like playing for him.
Derek, you're also getting some. You're playing wide receiver, and I guess you guys have two quarterbacks that are capable at Cornwall this season. Talk about your passing game and how much that maybe has worked for you guys in the first couple of the games, or what's that been like for you guys through the first two?
Yeah, well, as offense, we just try to keep balanced, and we have the quarterbacks to throw the ball. We have a lot of weapons on the outside, so we try to spread it out, keep everything even, get our playmakers the ball, let them make plays in space, and yeah, I mean, we certainly have the receivers to do so it helps a lot.
Yeah, it seems like your running game had some success too against Monroe Woodbury last week too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy's a great running back. We have a good rotation of running backs. Tommy and Jake Ward and all those guys. So, yeah, our running game has certainly been probably our strong point on our offense so far this year. Dylan,
when you, not to give away any secrets, not to give away any plays, but when you watch Cornwall on tape, what defensively, what kind of do you see what you'll be up against on Friday night?
Well, like you guys said earlier, Cornwall loves sending pressure, so I'm going to have to throw the ball on time and get it out quick.
Is that something that you can work on in practice a lot, or is that something that comes like you have worked on that during like the preseason and into this week?
You got to be ready for that because you never know when a blitz is coming. So I always work on it and try and get better at it.
Yes. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, what it might be like for you once high school is over. I know, Derek, you've been to a lot of camps, right? I mean, talk to us a little bit about what you're looking at as far as the next level, so to speak.
Yeah, I went to a lot of camps this summer. I've been in contact with a lot of coaches. And as far as school goes, I'm just looking for the right fit academically and, football-wise. I got a couple visits coming up in the fall, some games I'm going to, so look forward to that. But right now, I'm just really focused on Newburgh for the most part.
Gotcha. Dylan, we should talk about you're a quarterback, a football player. Your dad's the soccer coach at NFA for a very long time. What made you kind of gravitate to football maybe over – were you ever a soccer player, or what made you –
I played soccer, but I was never good at it, so I made a smart decision to switch to football.
When do you think that happened? Pretty early or no?
Yeah, when I was around like 5 years old, I switched over to football, started playing Mighty Mites.
Nice. I guess coming from, a family where your dad's been a coach at Newburgh. Your brother's been a football player at Newburgh. What is that like to kind of have that family kind of tradition, that Goldback family tradition in your house?
Well, it's good because like I know a lot of people. I have a lot of connections from it, but at the same time, it's a bad thing because everyone like if you mess up, then everyone knows, you know.
Gotcha. Derek, what if you're when we look into this matchup on Friday, and you guys have, they're both teams are pretty balanced on both sides of the ball, and I know that in your game against Monroe Woodbury, you guys had a special teams play that kind of turned the game around, right? I mean, how important do you think that's going to factor in, and who may be the guys on special teams that have been pretty big for you early in the season?
Yeah, special teams have always played a big part in our program. Coach Castle does a great job with the specials. I'm not sure if you remember, but 2019 won the state championship on a blocked field goal. Yep. Sealed the game for us. And Andre Hedman was the player who blocked the punt last game against Monroe, recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. So, yeah, specials have always been really important. We preach specials and the importance of them at Cornwall. And, yeah, we're always looking to make big plays in special teams.
Dylan, I know if you're a Coach Bianco team, you're working a lot on special teams too, right? I mean, how important do you think that's going to play in this game, and just overall the amount of work you guys put in on special teams?
Well, we put a lot of work in on special teams. You know, I don't know that question.
Gotcha. You don't hold on the extra points, do you?
Well, we've been struggling finding a kicker. So last week we kind of struggled with that. He missed the first extra point, so we went for the 2-point conversions next time.
Gotcha. Derek, what are some of this? I know football is a big part of your life, but what are some of the things that you kind of enjoy? We like to just talk to the guys that we have on. What are some of the things you enjoy outside of football that maybe people might not know, or something that people might not know about you?
For me, I think like any normal teenage kid, I like hanging out with my friends. Like, spending time with my friends and family, and, just outside of football, just try and find time to relax, time to maybe get away from football for a little bit. But then when it's time to get back to practice, it's time to get back, focus on the game, then obviously I'm right there.
You're pretty social media wise. You're pretty savvy, right? I mean, I saw that. Didn't you post earlier recently about your brother playing a JV game and stuff like that, and how he did a tackle, right?
Yeah, my brother's on the freshman team. He's captain of the freshman team, and I know I'm a role model for him, and he looks up to me. So I try to encourage him as much as I can as a kid coming up in this program, but. He likes to kind of turn me away sometimes. He's like, I don't want to listen to you. You're my big brother. I don't need to listen to you. I can do my own thing. So, but yeah, I'm always trying to support him in whatever he's doing. Yeah, so I like to support my brother a lot.
Nice. Dylan, I guess we can wrap this up by what kind of, I guess I've probably asked this a couple different times, but what kind of game are you expecting on Friday, and what do you think is going to be the key for you guys if you're going to pull out a win?
I'm expecting a game of the year game. I think it's going to be loud. It's going to be exciting. And we're all looking forward to it. We've been waiting for this all season since we saw we were playing them, and we're ready.
Derek, is this a game that you guys had circled maybe on your schedule, and what do you think? What are you expecting on Friday night, and what do you think the keys will be for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Newburgh's been a perennial AA powerhouse for years now. It's been a matchup that I think both teams have been looking forward to a lot. It's a game that I've really been looking forward to. And as far as keys to the game for us, I think is just taking care of the football, playing sound defense, being disciplined on specials, being good on specials, and hopefully the rest will take care of itself.
Awesome. So it's Friday night. It's 7:00. It's Cornwall at Newburgh. Cornwall 2-0, giving up only 7 points in their first two games, and Newburgh 1-0 off a 19-7 win over Minnesink. Guys, really appreciate you joining us, and good luck on Friday night.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you.